Hi geeks, welcome to my channel. Pumpkin Palooza continues at Trader Joe's. There's lots of new items coming in almost every single day, so let's go shopping and check out all the treasures that arrived this week. There's tons of pumpkins still to choose from. The orange pumpkins, the fantasy pumpkins for $7.99 with all different shapes and sizes. Just regular pumpkins for $4.99. These are huge, by the way, in real life. And some fall decorations, pampas for $4.99. And tiger pumpkins are new, $1.49 each. They come in orange or green stripes. The mini pumpkins, pumpkin pies, the fairy tale pumpkins for $3.49. The jumbo mums are $15.99. Last week we spotted the big cinnamon brooms for $4.99, and today I spotted the mini cinnamon whisks. I believe these are 99 cents, or they could have gone up in price, but there was no price label. But these are great as air fresheners. Some people use it as a car air freshener, or you can keep it in your closet or bathroom, or really anywhere you want for it to smell festive, like your front porch or by your front door. Roasted vegetables are back, and they're back pretty early. I usually see them arrive before Thanksgiving, but this is dressed with garlic and herbs. And if you want to take a look on the inside, this is what it looks like. Sweet potatoes, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, regular gold potatoes, zucchini, yellow squash, red bell pepper, olive oil, and some sea salt. So that's a quick, convenient option if you don't want to cook and cut your vegetables. Speaking of which, you can get the hand-cut butternut squash cubes, and that is $3.99. Or you can get the butternut squash zigzags, which are offered all year round, and that's $3.49. Asparagus is $2.79 for a 12-ounce bag. I was taking a look. I usually get this at Sam's Club or Costco because I just go through asparagus so quickly. How cute are the baby zucchini? It is $2.49 a bag. They're ready to use, and it looks like it's a 12-ounce bag also. And you could either steam it in the bag by microwaving it or saute it. Always pretty and cute to look at the cauliflower of many colors. It has white cauliflower, orange, purple, and this is $3.29 a bag for 12 ounces. And my favorite fall item is back, the delicata squash. It's so delicious and really easy to cook. So what I do is I rinse off the outside because you can eat the skin, and then I just cut it, take out the seeds, cut it into like little cubes or rings, and then spray some avocado oil on it, sprinkle some salt, and then throw it in the oven. Bake it, roast it at 400 degrees for like 20-30 minutes. Keep an eye on it until it gets a little char, and it is so good. It tastes like roasted chestnuts. The pumpkin caramel Kringle is back, and the price looks like it has increased to $9.99. It used to be $7.99, then last year it was $8.99. This year it's $9.99. So the price has definitely increased. One slice is 210 calories, which is 56 grams or about 2 ounces, I think. So every season there's a different flavor. In the fall, there's pumpkin caramel. Then in the winter, there's almond, followed by pecan, raspberry, and then cheesecake in the summertime. And I haven't tried the pumpkin caramel, but I have tried the almond one, and it's so good. Although I don't care for the icing on it because it makes it a little too sweet, but it's delicious. And the chocolate mousse pumpkins are back, and these are also very sweet, and that's mostly due to the icing that covers the chocolate cake. And then there's also like a thick layer of mousse inside. For those who like mousse, then this is definitely something you should try. I prefer the cake ratio to be more, but this one, the mousse ratio is higher. So there's that. And a lot of people like to refrigerate it because then it tastes better, which I agree. Also back are the pumpkin blondie brownies. These are surprisingly good. They don't taste like brownies or blondies to me. They taste more like a dense pumpkin bread, and it has pecans in it and a little drizzle of white chocolate. And there even used to be like some pieces of white chocolate. Yeah, I think they still have it. If you take a look on the bottom, one square or one brownie is 110 calories. This is surprisingly good, but again, it's more like a bread to me than a brownie, and it is $4.49. This is new, apple cinnamon buns. So crumb top Danish pastries with apple filling and cinnamon. This sounds like fall in a pastry. Oh my gosh, so yummy. 410 calories for one bun, or 830 calories. Here are the ingredients if you want to take a look. So you can have this with like French vanilla bean ice cream or whipped cream. Just warm it up. Pumpkin bagels are back. They are $2.69, and it's 240 calories for one bagel, and the carbohydrates are high. I think they are 49 grams, but there's also 8 grams of protein in it, which I was surprised. Holiday Challah is back for $3.99. This is for Rosh Hashanah coming up this weekend, and it is 200 calories for 2 ounces. Here are the ingredients, and there's also another challah loaf, and this one is more long and oval shaped. This is pretty much the same. 2 ounces is 200 calories, and the ingredients are the same, and the price is the same for $3.99. Gluten-free pumpkin pie spice bagels are also back. These are 290 calories, so a little bit higher than the regular calories if you guys are into macros. And the carbs are also higher at 55 grams. Didn't realize how many carbs a bagel has. And 2 grams of protein. And this is $4.49 a bag. The sipping chocolate and Mexican hot cocoa melts arrived last week. $5.99 for the sipping chocolate, $4.99 for the hot cocoa melts, and the organic hot cocoa mix is $3.99. And then this week the salted caramel hot cocoa arrived, and 3 tablespoons are 150 calories. Are you team milk or team hot water when you make hot chocolate? The truffle Marcona almonds, these are offered year-round. I was obsessed with these at one point, and they are $5.99 a bag. The maple almonds are back, and this is $5.99 a bag, and it is dry roasted, so that's good. Let's just check to make sure there's no oils, and I think we're good. No added oils, but there are natural flavors. Has 5 grams of sugar per serving. Honestly, I thought it was going to be higher. And this is a new item, the maple spiced nut mix. This is maple, rosemary, almonds, and pecans with red and black pepper and sweetened dried cranberries and pepitas, which are sunflower seeds. It's 190 calories per serving with 11 grams of sugar per serving. You could eat this as a snack or throw it over oatmeal, like some of my Instagram followers told me to do. And this is $5.99 a canister. Pumpkin spice pumpkin seeds are also back. I tried this a few years ago and didn't love it. And that's just because I'm a little bit picky about pumpkin spices. Like if it's too strong, then I kind of check out. But if it's like mild and mellow, then I love it. And I know this looks a little bit powdery because of all the dry seasonings, but actually it looks a lot better than it did years ago. It looks like the flavor's more embedded onto the seeds this year. And the cinnamon bun spread, this is so popular. This is back. So this is actually made with honey, and it's thickened with tapioca syrup, and it's a rich ooey gooey honey spread, and it tastes just like caramel to me. I don't know how they did it, but it tastes like caramel. So you can put it on apple slices or drizzle it over oatmeal in your coffee or latte, on cinnamon rolls, anything you want really. And pumpkin butter is back. So I took a little break from this, and I am ready to try it again because I want to pair it with the pumpkin scones, which are absolutely delicious, by the way, on its own. But I thought this would be a good pairing. And I just found the prices on the cinnamon bun spread. It is $3.99 a jar, and the pumpkin butter is $2.99 a jar. So the fig butter, this used to be offered year-round, but I think now it might be a seasonal item. Let me know if your store carries this all year round. 45 calories per tablespoon. There's also little seeds in it. I haven't had this in years, but I do remember it being good. And you could add this to your charcuterie board, have it with some cracker and cheese, or even in sandwiches for a little like sweet and savory combo. Also, the hot and sweet pepper jelly is also back that we saw last week. Pumpkin biscotti is back. So I love the seasonal biscottis. They are like so hard and crunchy, like break your tooth crunchy, which I really like. Actually, 2 pieces are 110 calories, and this one doesn't have like an icing or drizzle on top of it, which I actually prefer because it makes it a little bit too sweet then. This is $4.99 a box. And let's just go over all the things that came in last week. So this is just like a quick recap if you want to take a look. The pumpkin spice batons, $2.99. The pumpkin oat milk, $2.99. Pumpkin spice JoJo's for $4.29. The regular pumpkin JoJo's for $2.99. Halloween JoJo's, $3.99. The pumpkin O's, $2.99. The pumpkin cereal bar, pumpkin pancake and waffle mix, gluten-free pumpkin pancake mix, maple syrup, the organic pumpkin spice granola bark, apple granola, more mixes, canned pumpkin, cornbread mix, the gluten-free one that comes out only during the holidays, tortilla chips, Ghost and Bat crispy potato snacks, the fall harvest salsa, pumpkin bisque, pumpkin cranberry crisps, the autumnal harvest soup, and the autumnal pasta sauce, fall zucchete pasta. One of you guys let me know how to pronounce it correctly. Thank you, Brett. And some spices. Circling back to the fall harvest salsa, this I get a jar or 2 every year. This is super flavorful, tastes like fall in a jar, and I like to pair this with the pumpkin tortilla chips, and it is $3.49 a jar. The pumpkin bisque is also back, so I got to sample this years ago and I loved it. And then I almost bought it, and then I looked at the ingredients and I saw it was 380 calories per cup, so then I put it back. But this is delicious, so if you can afford the calories, then by all means, I think this is good. But I did get a lot of feedback that people didn't like it. They thought it was too sour, but I didn't get that. I thought it was like really creamy and delicious. The pumpkin cranberry crisps are also back. A lot of people have like their favorite flavor. The crisps also have seasonal flavors, so they'll be like fig or raisin. And let me know which one's your favorite. I like that they have little like chewy dried fruit pieces in it, but the crisp itself really isn't crispy. It's like more like stale and like a sturdy cracker. The autumnal harvest soup is back. I used to stock up on this and I'm a little bit sick of it because I had it so much, but it's delicious. And the pumpkin Madeleine cookies. Is this worth getting? Like, people rave about this, and every year I'm just like, is it worth it? Does it make the pumpkin item cut? Because there's just so many things to choose from. You know, it has to be really good in order for me to buy it, right? So it totally has to be delicious and worthy to make the cut because my eyes are bigger than my stomach and I can't possibly finish all of this. I really wish I had family nearby so I could just buy it all and share it. But it takes me forever to get through food, which is why I always am really selective in what I pick because I hate wasting food. The OG honey roasted pumpkin ravioli is back. This has a cheesy pumpkin filling. I actually haven't tried this one, and I still haven't even tried the gluten-free pumpkin ravioli that I bought in my last haul yet, but this is 570 calories for the entire container and $3.69 a package. Heading back over to the fall wall, the organic Vermont maple syrup has come in. This comes out usually during the fall or the holiday season. I remember a few years ago, they came out with a sampler of maple syrup. They were so cute because they came in little jars and it had different flavors. I really liked it. Here is another new item, the double fold bourbon vanilla extract with vanilla bean seeds. A lot of you on Instagram was super excited about this, so if you are a baker, this is your jam for $7.99. The organic maple vinaigrette dressing is back. I actually still have a bottle of this in my refrigerator and 130 calories for 2 tablespoons. This is on the sweeter side and has 6 grams of sugar. It is $3.99 a bottle. And let's take a look at Another new item, the truffle glaze. So at first I wasn't sure what this was, and then I realized it is a balsamic glaze with black truffle powder. 1 tablespoon is 35 calories, 9 grams of sugar. Whoa. I'm not sure on the price on this one because there was no price label. Even protein bars have seasonal flavors. So the Creamy Crisp tends to come out during the holidays. I think it was called something else before, maybe like Holiday Crisp, and they changed the name to Creamy Crisp. Here are the ingredients. It is 200 calories for a bar and 20 grams of protein. We can't leave out the puppies again, your fur babies. The pumpkin dog treats are back. Here are the ingredients. It is $4.29 a box. And also remember the pumpkin maple bacon stuffy treats are back as well for $4.49 a bag. Moving on to the cheese section, the baked sheep's milk ricotta cheese with herbes de Provence is new. This is $11.99 a pound and 60 calories for 1 ounce, so that's not bad. I actually wish the cheeses came in a smaller size. Like if it was half this size, I would totally get it because again, it takes me forever to finish and I just want to sample it. And then if I like it, I would totally come back and get the larger size. So I'm circling back to the fall harvest salsa because I found the price on it. It's $3.49 and the pumpkin tortilla chips are $2.49. The gluten-free 9-inch pie shells are back. I know this looks like paper plates, but it's actually pie shells. And here are the nutrition facts and how to prepare it, and it is $4.99. Ooh, so this is a nice pop of color. This is new, the reusable sponge cloth for $4.99. 5 come in a package, and doesn't this totally give you spring vibes instead of like fall vibes? Anyway, we will probably need it with all the baking and cooking we are doing this season. And this is made with cellulose and cotton, and it comes in 5 different colors: blue, yellow, pink, green, and a light teal color. So at checkout, I spotted these cute cards, shifting into soup mode, and this Halloween card, and this pumpkin pie card. So if you ever want to buy cards at Trader Joe's, you can just turn it over and you'll see the message that it's going to have on the inside. And another new item that came out this week are the double chocolate croissants. They are 340 calories per croissant, $5.49 per box with 4 croissants. Just proof and let it rise and bake. So it's kind of like the other chocolate croissants that Trader Joe's carries. And now to the next new item that arrived this week, the brigadeiros, which are fudgy bonbons with chocolate sprinkles. I just recently learned that this is a Brazilian treat, although on the box it says it's made from Portugal. So these sprinkles look so good. I would get them just for the sprinkles because they're like thin and crispy instead of those like thicker ones. 2 pieces are 120 calories, 12 grams of sugar for 2 pieces, and this is $3.79 a box. So now that we're done shopping, let's just go straight into the haul. So I really was not going to buy this much. Again, it takes me forever to finish and go through food because largely most of what I eat are vegetables, and then I just pair it with like a little bit of protein or starches. And so yeah, the bulk of what I usually really need is just produce. And so I got a bag of white mushrooms because I finished my mushrooms that I usually get from Costco or Sam's Club. So it's totally convenient that I can pick this up from Trader Joe's when I'm running low. Had to get my shredded kale. As you know, I always have it for breakfast, and picked up a salad kit. I didn't know which one to pick, and I was kind of getting bored with the salad kits. Do you guys ever get that way? But then since this trip, 2 new salads came out, and they are in the containers, and I will put them up here. And so I will definitely be trying those in the near future. The sesame miso salad kit with salmon, that is $6.99. So prices have definitely gone up. And then the green goddess salad is $5.99 a container. And that includes blackened chicken thigh meat, crispy puffed rice with the green goddess ranch dressing. I also want to share one more new thing that came out this week that I didn't see when I was there, and it is the garlic and Asiago cheese dip. You just heat and serve. I think this would go great on like thick, crusty bread or crackers, and this is $4.99 a box. Now back to the haul. I had to pick up crushed ginger for smoothies mostly, or I could add it to soups, and had to pick up the mini spicy pumpkin samosas. Years ago, I used to stock up on this, like to the point where I got sick of it, and then I took a break from it, and I have returned, and I remember why I loved it so much. Had to get 1 box of the butternut squash mac and cheese. I know everyone goes crazy over it. I like it. I don't love it, but I do pick one up every season, and mostly it's because of the rigatoni in it. It's so like chubby and thick and al dente. I just love the texture. And I picked up harvest chili. This is also one of my favorite soups next to the pumpkin bisque that's refrigerated. And it has black beans, butternut squash, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, pumpkin puree, and chili spices. So this would go great as a soup or over a baked potato or even the polenta I showed earlier. And the autumnal harvest creamy pasta sauce. This is another item that I used to stock up on a lot, but now I've learned my lesson and I just get 1, maybe 2 per season. Also got the pumpkin tortilla chips. I feel like this item falls under the radar, but it is so good, and that's coming from someone who doesn't like store-bought tortilla chips because I always feel like they lack flavor and it's like always a little bit stale, but these are like slightly sweet. It's made with pumpkin puree, pumpkin seeds, cinnamon, and nutmeg, so they're slightly sweet, and then I pair it with the fall harvest salsa. Now, the tiniest chocolate chip cookies. These are becoming problematic because I have them every night, and I'm so addicted. I'm worried that this is going to be like a one-and-done item, like they are just going to keep selling it until they run out, and it's not going to come back in season, so I'm going to pick up a bag each time I go from now on, and that's that. Picked up an onion, and my most favorite fall item is back, and that is the delicata squash. You guys, this is so yummy. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. You can eat the skin. All you have to do is wash off the outside, give it a rinse just in case, because it does get sticky sometimes on the outside. I'm not sure why. Just chop it up, scrape out the seeds, and then put it on a baking sheet pan, spray some avocado oil on it, and then sprinkle some salt and just let it roast. And it develops like this nice little char, and it tastes slightly sweet, starchy, almost like chestnuts. It's so, so good. After it's roasted, I will add it to soups or salad, or even have it as a main with other vegetables because that's how much I'm obsessed with it. Also picked up some organic zucchini. Lately, I've been on a kick with it. I will saute it and have it with my mushrooms. And I plan to use some for a soup I'm going to make. Had to pick up more eggs because I have just been flying through them. And now for the pumpkin haul, the goodies. Let's start with the seasonal creamy crisp Bear Bells. It will be my first time trying it. And I thought it was going to have like a white chocolate coating, but it's actually just a regular milk chocolate coating. And got the pumpkin spice batons. Excited to try it. One of my Instagram followers recommended it, and then someone else told me that it's really sweet, so we shall see. Picked up pumpkin butter for my pumpkin scones, the fall harvest salsa for the pumpkin tortilla chips, and then I had to pick up the seasonal candles and the pumpkin ginger scones. I'm obsessed with it. This is so good. It's like mildly sweet. It's not too strong in ginger, but you can definitely taste it throughout, and there's little chunks of it. Also, it is pumpkin-y, but not overwhelming. So I feel like both the pumpkin and ginger flavors are prominent, and you can definitely taste it, but it's not overpowering, which I really like. And best of all, it's just mildly sweet, so I can add some pumpkin butter to it. Highly recommend. And one of my other favorite pumpkin items are the pumpkin cheesecake croissants. These are 290 calories, and 2 come in a box. Another item that I love that came out last year for the first time are the pumpkin sticky toffee cakes. And I like them so much that I stocked up on it. This is so decadent. It tastes really sweet when it's warm, and actually when it's cooled down, it almost tastes like just like an ordinary like pumpkin bread, but it tastes phenomenal warmed up, and I still had some in my freezer, so I just wanted to show you guys. It's really sweet and decadent though, and so I feel like it's a Thanksgiving worthy dessert. So if you have a small group or party for Thanksgiving, I totally recommend serving these. So that's it for the haul, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe.